I think we're live now, and okay, here we are. Yeah, it's okay. It's slow. Okay, guys, we're gonna hit the intro and get started. We got the amazing Julia Anchorhaven with me. She's a good friend of mine, and this is gonna be a really fun show. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll play the intro and get started, and hopefully it plays. Rumble, follow me on both, because that's really important, and I'll wait till that plays out. And yeah, we have our amazing friend Julia Anchorhaven with us today. She's an SSP experiencer. She's a multidimensional healer. I'm just going to read her bio so it sounds a lot better. And it totally blanked out on me. Like, let's see. Oh, here it is. It says Julia Anchorhaven is a multidimensional healer, Reiki Master Teacher, Violet Flame Chakra Awaken Rescue Healer, and a spiritual empowerment guide with over 2 decades of experience. As the founder of Anchorhaven Network and Elysium Getaways, she offers energetic healing, Akashic Records readings, retreats, and coaching programs rooted in vibrational wellness and soul alignment. Julia helps clients awaken their multidimensional selves, reclaim soul fragments, and step into their sovereignty. And her website is anchorhaven.co.uk. And then you also want to check out her YouTube. She's doing a lot of interviews as well because she wants to build up her podcast. So definitely check that out. That's at Anchorhaven on YouTube. And I'll put the links in the description, the links for the website. With that said, I'd like to give her a big warm welcome back to the show. Julia, thanks so much for coming back on. How are you?
Hi, Rob. I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Since I've been back in Florida, it's been a little crazy, but I'm feeling pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that last show was a little bit weird because I had to do it with Rumble Studio and I had to read ads. Like they put a new stipulation that like we have to read like 5 ads a month to stay in the Rumble Creator Program. So I might have
barcode on your face for like 10 minutes.
Oh, what? Yeah. Well, that's because I don't know how to. Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
It was really funny. Yeah.
Yeah. But how are you? How's your healing journey going?
Yeah, I'm doing okay, thank you. My foot is good. It's in a cast for another 3 weeks, and then I go into an air boot, so I'll be more mobile. And I just got back from Glastonbury. I had loads of healing in Glastonbury from my friends and from the podcast, or amplified massively because I was in Glastonbury on a ley line and everything. So it was amazing. So
wow,
all good.
That is really amazing. And I guess like before we do readings, did you want to get into the SSP stuff, like stuff you've been finding out?
Yeah, I've had a few weird experiences in the last month or so. I actually had a guest come on my show and I got a massive psychic attack. I don't know if I spoke to anybody much about that, but it was, so I put loads of protections in place because I knew she was a targeted individual, but I still got massively attacked and I could feel myself getting burned on my arms and everything as we were talking. And I had to like message a couple of Sentinel friends to say something's going on here. And there was an ET ship over my house. There was a handler in New York that was using a scorpion ability to attack me and burn me with scorpion venom. And I know that because Sean Bond created an antidote a couple of days later for me, and he tracked it back to Montauk. There's a handler there. So whether that whoever the guest was, whether they're targeted, but I'm also targeted. I'm an original TIRAP, which means before me there wasn't a targeted individual program. So I think whoever was handling the guest took the opportunity to blast me. Basically, I came up on their radar, so they used a scorpion aspect, which Sean Bond then just neutralized the handler, awarded me their scorpion ability, which is great because I'm a Scorpio. So now I have that same ability, and the scorpion came to me, nestled into my back like a baby scorpion, and it's been nurturing and healing for the last month. So that's a great, cool ability that I've got now, that I can create a scorpion tail and just target people that way. Not that I'm going to do that, but for the dark light work, that's a good ability to have. So that was one thing that happened. Luckily, our community is so good that I knew 2 people who were straight away running interference for me, and there was a massive dark entity in a cloud over my house as well that got neutralized. So it was amazing. But so that was one thing that happened. And I wrote some notes because it's just been so absolutely crazy this past month. Yeah, so Drago came on the other day and he was talking about his ship that he's got with his 3 clones on, right? And Dr. Amir and Ileana the Star Traveler have been doing some videos answering Drago's questions and connecting into that ship and his aspects, his clones. So when I started to watch the video, I connected into his clones on ship and started to get attacked because the ship thought I was trying to access the system, right? So I started to get downloads coming in because I'm a DNA match, and I got massively attacked, which I managed to neutralize it with the help of some friends in the end and grounding out massive amounts of energy. But it spooked me because the next day I was meant to be going to get a CAT scan on my foot, and I was just holding so much energy that I thought, I'm going to go into this CAT scan machine and I'm going to blow it up. It's what I thought, but I managed to get that neutralized. So that was one of the main things that's happened in the last month. That was absolutely crazy. But got through it. It was fine. So because Draco and I are dyads, we've been made in a pair, so we've got a DNA match ability there. Plus, because we're both echo clone templates, I've got the ability to connect into his clones and my clones as well. So that's something I've connected into his clones before, but I didn't realize I was going to connect into that ship. So it was a massive shock to my system, and boy, did I get paid for it. It was really bad, but yeah, I'm okay.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing that you're able to and Drago's starting to put this together too. That you guys are all starting to connect.
He's amazing. So he's got so much information. He's so great at putting the information out there. He's done 10 years of work, and I've only come in the last 6 months with little key pieces of things, because the connection between us was only discovered in February. But once we made that connection, it's a really powerful connection there. So he's got loads of information because when he did that talk at the conference at Full Disclosure Now, there was one element in it I passed out straight away. Yeah, it was mad.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah. It was pretty powerful, huh?
Yeah. So he was talking about all his different altars, and as soon as he said the name of his altar from Project Phoenix, my memory knew exactly the Japanese Yoshiro. So my memory said, no, it's not Yoshiro, it's Yoshi. And I knew exactly who he was talking about. And it literally put me out for a couple of minutes. And then I came back and I was okay. So I had a reaction to a couple of people, actually. I had a reaction to Penny Bradley. I had a reaction to Isha and Sean Bond. When Isha was doing that meditation, I passed out in that meditation as well and got a massive upgrade. So I don't know, did you watch that meditation?
I didn't get a chance to see that one, but I watched the Penny Bradley presentation. I was there for that, and I heard her talking about the Mothers of Darkness, which I think that ties into what Jesse. I don't know if you saw. I asked a question in the chat. I don't know if that was on the live stream, but I asked her a question. I asked her about that ties into Jesse Zebatar's work. About there's this Luciferian brotherhood that basically controls the world. Which is scary.
So the Mother of Darkness thing, that's come up in my reading with Christy Campbell, and I'm not ready to go there. I'm not ready to deal with that kind of stuff yet. SRA stuff, no, I'm just managing what I'm managing right now, which is I'm already in 6 different programs and stuff like that. So I'm not ready to go into the dark, that side. So I've already been dealing with some demonic stuff as well. Some demonic memories have come forward through David Purcell's connection. And so me and David Purcell connected about 2 months ago and discovered that we are connected in Dark Fleet, that we're actually friends. And that's why our connection is so fun and, deep, because we lived a lifetime together basically on a ship. So, but because he's so psionic, loads of things are coming forward, and some of them we can't talk about because they're just too dark. And but I'm still processing a lot of it. Yeah, so when memories start to come back, you can't talk about some of it. You've got to feel into it. You've got to experience it. You've got to make sense. Not all of it makes sense, but it will over time if it's true to you. Yeah, so if anybody's trying to recover their memories, generally mine have been coming back when I've been talking to people. So the connection to Drago, that came back when I had a session with Jessica Ariel Morocco, one-on-one. and we were talking about clones because I'd seen a clone of me in France years ago. So we were talking about Orphan Black TV show, and as soon as she started to say, "Do you know this person?" and I was like, "No, not drawn to that person. No, but really, yes." And I got this big flash image of me and him in a lab together. Yeah, so that was like, so sometimes it's just talking to somebody, it'll trigger a memory, and then you'll feel it, you'll know it's true, but it doesn't feel good. There's nothing good about it whatsoever.
It's scary, right? Coming up to
Very scary. Yeah, a lot of emotion to process. Now my emotions have been suppressed, and one of the reasons they've been suppressed is because what Drago was saying, I'm an emotional telepath, so my emotions, my abilities are all linked. So if I was allowed to fully experience my emotions, I'd have a lot more ability. So part of my handling is to suppress my emotions. So for a long time, I only had like anger, a little bit of contentment. I didn't have, if I love, it's like really fierce or it's non-existent. It's like I had no control. So the last couple of years, I had to work with somebody to learn what do emotions feel like and things like that. So a lot of the work I do now is emotion based, but you'll see that I do quantum commands to release and identify emotions. Yeah, so it doesn't feel good when these things start coming back.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Sally's saying she doesn't like this. Sorry, Sally.
She's a nice person. She's just kind of
Sally. Yeah.
she's opinionated, but I mean, I think she'll come around.
Yeah, we're going to do some reading, Sally. It's not all doom and gloom. Don't worry. This is just unfortunately my life.
I'm drinking aloe vera juice right now. So you guys, aloe vera juice, because they say this is good for your body. Like, I got a bunch of supplements lately. Like, I started taking better care of myself. I'm trying to lose weight.
That's good. That's good. So I just did a session with David Purcell, which is uploaded now, and we were talking about so much. He channeled the Sasquatch, and so I got to talk directly to a Sasquatch. His guide, who I think is called Hajamal. I got to ask him questions directly, and it was awesome. But one of the questions I asked was, when it was Full Disclosure Now conference, and all the Sasquatch were there doing that opening, did I get a visit from a juvenile female Sasquatch? And it's true, I did. I could feel a presence in my room as I was watching the conference. And I just kind of got this idea that there was a female, like, forest person watching me. And it was true. So my energy at the conference must have been quite connected in with all of you guys. And but that's true. But they want to work with me and David more. So we're going to do a lot more live channelings, because he's just conscious channeling. So he's still present, which is great. And so it's interesting to see their message is to stop using your technology as much, to get out in nature more and things like that. But it's really amazing. So that's on my channel now. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. Should we start some readings? What do you think?
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, put them in the chat and we'll get some questions out the way. So the difference between Oracle and Tarot, Jason, I've actually got my computer in front of me as well, is that Tarot is a set system and people are going to read those cards in a very similar fashion. And whereas Oracle is I use different, like today I've got a Lemurian cards that we're going to have a look at. So each Oracle deck has a theme and the energy of those cards is imbued into the deck. So the author puts their own essence in. They, like the Lemurian cards have got the essence of Lemuria and things like that. So Oracle is like it's like a gateway to allow your intuition and your guides to come forward. With Tarot, you'd expect the cards to be read in a really similar way. Like a Three of Swords is always going to mean heartbreak and things like that. Or, it's so similar. But when you read Oracle, it could just be one thing on the card that you see that activates something within you to give you that particular message. So we don't always rely on the guidebooks. I rarely use the guidebooks. Although I do have a new deck that I'm going to work with for when me and Phil Barrow come on next. And it's about animals. It's about animals and aliens. So I think that'll be really fun. So that I am learning the guidebook a little bit more because I've not done that much animal spirit work for a while. So yeah.
With the Oracle cards, depending on the deck, you can really give your own interpretation of what you think it is, where the tarot is more set in a fixed way, kind of is what you're saying, right?
That's right.
The tarot is always the same thing, but like Oracle cards will always, like I have those Oracle decks, they're right up there that you gave me. Like, they're everyone's different, you know what I mean? And everything can have a different interpretation based on what you think about it, right?
Oh, Andromeda's put an interesting question in. Hold on.
Yeah, I'll put it up.
I'm not sure how to answer that question, Andromedan. I mean, aren't we all just projections in the holographic matrix? I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna use the unimaginable Misha Johnson's deck, the Experiencer deck, and see if anything comes up for Andromedan. Probably not the right deck, not the right question. I think he knows the answer to that. Yeah, I do have a super cool pendulum as well. Is there a message for Andromedan, please? Now, I have no idea if these 3 cards are going to make any difference. Let's see. These do not help whatsoever. Hold on. Let me try the Lemurian deck. I don't think you're a projection. I think you're here in physicality because you've got work to do. But there's all an essence of us because we've all got lots of different alters and aspects, yeah? So me, I've been moving into learning about my different aspects that are off-world. So versions of me that are in clone bodies that are doing my work. They've got my soul essence. But then I've got a lot of different alters of me that are kind of still within me. Drago likes to think of them all as alters. Okay, so this is a Lemurian card that I pulled for Andromedan, and it says vulnerability. So it says, when we're truly honest with ourselves in all of our facets, we are vulnerable. And that honesty is an important step in discovering our shadows and bringing them into the light for healing. When we share our vulnerabilities with others, we allow them to glimpse a deeper part of ourselves. So for Andromedan, this is something that he doesn't really do in this planet because he thinks the best of him is off-world, and that's not true. Yeah, everywhere you are the best of you. So don't think of yourself as a hologram or projection. Yeah, you're here because you've got an important job to do, and you know how powerful you are. Yeah, but you really need to do the work. Yeah, you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable to heal your heart. Okay, it's quite important. Heart work's got to be done. So I don't think that answers your question, but that's what I got for you.
That's a really good point. I'll get to the next one. I'm just putting that thing in the chat. There's a lot of good questions.
Okay.
The next one is from Sally Forth, and she says she feels like she's being smart. Some of these could just be questions, and
that's fine. That's fine.
Synchronicities, but no one involved will acknowledge them. I was just losing it.
Well, I think a message from your guides, right?
Yeah.
It's your guides.
A lot of times synchronicities are made to be personal. They're not meant to be shared.
Exactly. Yeah. Not everyone's going to notice that 1111 or that feather or whatever. This is your guide team trying to communicate to you. But what you're also getting for some reason is you're getting projections from other people. So they might be trying to gaslight you in a little way, saying, oh, don't be silly. You're not really seeing that. There's a load of nonsense. Just trust how you're feeling on that. If you're seeing those synchronicities, then they're right for you. And you need to acknowledge them and question, okay, what's the universe trying to tell me? What's my higher self trying to tell me right now? Just make a note of everything and just carry on and see how it plays out.
Yeah, I was going to say it's good to have a notebook. A lot of people do that, especially she's just getting into all this stuff. Like she's kind of new, so it would be good. Take notes of your dreams. Take notes.
Exactly. I was literally told off by Drago Reid. So if you're not noting down your dreams, then you're hindering yourself. You're not, you can't progress fully until you take a note of your dreams and your signs and synchronicities. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. This Ruby Domain, and she says, can you tell us things like if Ruby isn't my normal name, just a general feel? She said, I've never done this online.
Okay. Now I've just discovered 2 different names that I have, and one of them is my Arcturian name, and one is like a soul flame name. So, and the way I first discovered part of my Arcturian name was just in meditation. I was at a sound bath. It was actually a private sound bath, so I was so fortunate. A friend was just giving me a treat, and I just kept asking, what is my name? What is my true name? And what came forward was Tala. Tala was my true name. And then recently I was doing some work with Joshua Shapiro, the Crystal Skull Explorer. He's created this gateway of light, this portal where you can ask questions from his wife, who's now in spirit. But also an Arcturian guide came forward and said that my Arcturian name is Telenaya. So I knew deep down that my name was Telenaya, that my name was Tala, which is an Arcturian commander name. And so you know what your real name is. You just need to ask your higher self. Okay, so it's likely Ruby with that spelling is not your name. So yeah. Let's just see. Hold on. Well, let me just pull one card. Actually, let me pull a Lemurian card. Because I have my Atlantean name is Ella, but also my Dark Fleet version name is Ella and Elisa. Okay, the seamless. I've got ether coming out for you for some reason. Ether. So the essence of you, the seamless, unspeakable, the illuminated space of no distraction and pure potential is beyond the threshold. It is centered and present, place where all dreams are birthed. From here, you can choose where to go. What may be perceived as endless nothingness is the illuminated eternal. So if you go into your dreams with the intention of remembering your true name, you'll have many, by the way, then it'll come to you like it did come to me in that meditation.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's all about like learning how to tap into it, right?
Yeah, just being open to possibilities. Yeah.
Wow. This one's from Crystal, and she actually donated. So she just said in the message, she says, for a reading, whatever messages come through for her. Okay. I love her the little heart with the it's hilarious.
Yeah. So I can do Akashic readings because I'm going to connect into your Akashic Keeper guides. I can't do healing right now, or much energy clearing because I'm in a big healing process myself. But I'm going to call in my Arcturian aspects, my Lemurian Atlantean aspects, my Ascended Master aspects, and your Akashic Record Keeper guides, yeah? To see what we get for you. And I'm just going to do a 3-card reading to have a look and see what you've been doing well, what you need support with, and a message going forward. There's multiple messages for you. Actually, need to get these two. We'll just see for Crystal. Okay. This is really interesting. So what you're doing well is you are actually connected to your Akashic Records. This is a success anchor. So it shows that there's information for you in your past timelines, in your Akashic, that's ready to come forward. And you're connecting to your Akashic Records in a stronger way. So that's amazing. So you have the ability to bring forward whatever information you're looking for with your intention. Okay? The Akashic guides would like you to know that they're bringing in money alchemy for you, and they're going to connect you into that aspect of you that's unlimited. And the reason they're doing this is because you've got a period of money fear coming in, okay, and self-sabotage. But we're not going to worry about this because we know that the Akashic guides are reconnecting you to your ability to alchemize all the rubbish into abundance. And we're in this abundance portal right now. We're in the 8-8 portal. Me and Phil Barrow are going to do another session next week to harness into that kind of fresh start energy, harmonizing the heart energy. So just know that you truly are an abundant being of light. Now, whatever comes your way, you've got the power to alchemize it, okay? You've got that. You can do this. Just trust yourself, okay?
Yeah, I love that. That was amazing. Let me see here. Let's see what the questions are. Anybody else donate or anything like that? But I'm sure there will be another question.
Okay, so any questions are fine. You can ask me anything at all. Somebody asked me, do I know about the Murg? Yeah, so Murg is the Monarch Umbrella refugee group, and the Murg came into my awareness when I had my interview with the ACIO, the Advanced Contact Intelligence Organization, and they were pulling my military files, basically my multidimensional military files, and it showed that I was in the Monarch group, I was in the Umbrella and things like that. And like Drago was saying the other day, there's a small collective of us. There's only like up to 12 of us. They found 5. Me, Drago, Reid, and Brian Tseng are 3. I think I know 1 more. But the ACIO basically know who these people are, and they're kind of waiting for them to come forward, which sounds a bit dodgy, right? So if we were the most powerful, we were the most tortured, we were the most reprogrammed, that they had to put us into our own unit to run missions, then something a bit weird that they're trying to find the merge. Yeah. So in the Umbrella, in Umbrella Academy, I asked the question on my ACIO interview, am I number 7? Because that's the one I resonated with the most out of Umbrella Academy, the TV show. And basically because I've had a plasma ball of light come out my chest in the past. And that's what Vanya Victor does. She sends out that plasma ball and blows up the moon. And you hear in my ACIO video, she didn't blow up the moon, did she? Julia didn't blow up the moon. And Piece of the Insider says, yes, she did, in another context of existence. So that's me they're talking about. That's based on my life, allegedly. Yeah.
Would you think if you blew it up because it was a soul trap or something like that?
No,
and you were trying to...
Well, I think I'm not sure if they put everything in from the video, but apparently the mission was to mine gemstones on the moon. So I literally just blew it up and said, well, there's the gemstones, go and get them.
That's great. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Jessica. She messaged me the other day, and I want to message her and see if she wants to come on and do a show.
Yeah, you have to message them on Teams. Yeah, they're on Teams now.
Because I try to have everybody on, like I try to have every.
She is amazing. So I've done a private session with her, which was good, and we tuned into my clones and stuff. And she kept saying to me, how are you doing that? How you're seeing through your clone's eyes? Because I kept saying, I think there's a clone of me here, I think there's a clone of me there. And she was like, how are you doing that? So yeah, I could identify where my clones were. So it's scary. So she's really lovely. Peter the Insider is a particular taste. You can't, his voice is very activating for me. Not everybody likes to listen to his voice. The trick is speed it up to 2 times faster. That's what I do. Yeah. Obviously not in person, but yeah. Anyway, yes, that's about the merge. Yeah.
This is Mary Hanlon, and she says, what'd she say? She says, can you please ask Joy if my chest pain is due to targeting or someone trying to move me forward or medical? It's so weird. I've been to the doctor and all tests are good. A lot of times you can have some phantom pains. Yeah. Like they come from stress sometimes if you're like really stressed out about something. But I'll let Joy. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's okay. I'm just asking my pendulum. So I am getting a yes on targeting. I asked, is it anxiety? And I got a no. But it's likely that your anxiety levels will be rising if you're getting targeted. Let's see. Is it something medical? Is there a medical? No, I feel like it is targeting. I feel like it's electromagnetic as well. So have a look at your bedroom at nighttime and see if you can bring in more plants or more crystals that are going to support you. Because generally, a lot of us get targeted at night. Yeah, I know me and Drago are on targeting patterns all through the night. We do not sleep. And so we've got a similar thing. So a lot of my clones are actually handlers. Do I have a clone that's handling Kerry? No, it's not one of mine. So you're good. So your handler, who's she handled by? Is it a 3-letter? Yeah, so you do seem to have a handler that's from an agency. Okay, so that's congratulations in a way. You're a very important person. They wouldn't target you if you weren't important. That's what Dave Purcell always says. Yeah, so there must be some information that you have or who you are in another life, another existence. It's super important. But what you can do is use your grounding stones. Try and make sure that you're detoxing the body of heavy metals and things like that. Bring in more elemental energies. Ask your guides to protect you. And do your sovereignty statements as well. I do not consent to being targeted. Do not consent to my energy being manipulated or used or harvested or whatever. Do that every day if you can.
Wow, I love that. Yeah. And she told me to say, I forgot to say this, we're not giving medical advice for YouTube purposes, because they'll take the video down, but they'll, let me see here. This is from Karen Rosevich, and Karen says, is there anything I need to know at this time?
Oh, interesting. I love Karen.
Yeah, she's always in the chat, it seems like.
So please can I have the 3 most aligned cards for Karen? Can we have her Akashic Record Keeper guides come forward, please? What does she need support with? I'm moving forward. Okay, so what you're doing well, we've got karmic relationships coming in, so you must be bringing in some balance into your karmic timeline. So that's great. Just know that all the healing and everything you do now is affecting you and your full lineage. So your mother-father line is being healed as well. So you're doing really good closing out karmic contracts and patterns and lessons. Well done. Okay, what you need help with is healing. Yeah, so you've got your guides coming forward to bring in cosmic healing. So you just need to be ready to receive. What I generally do with this one is I just ask for it at bedtime and I say, I'm ready to receive my healing now for the highest light and resonance. Yeah, and just be grateful and thankful and connect with your guides and higher self. Okay, as you move forward, you're stepping into true service. Okay, so the true service card comes out for people who are light workers, light warriors, starseeds, therapists, teachers, anybody who's working with somebody else for service to others. Yeah, so this is what you're doing as you move forward. You're on the right track. You're doing really well. It's very positive. So well done.
Wow, I love that. This is another one from the Andromedan. He says,
It always makes me nervous.
Yeah, he says, why are my chakras
terrifying? Absolutely terrifying. Okay.
I know he says the wildest questions too, you know. But
yeah, that's an interesting question. Why does he think he's got a different chakra system? Okay. Does he have a different chakra system to humans? No, you have the human chakra system. Okay, is your root chakra being used? Is he using his root? You are. Is his earth star being used? Your earth star chakra below your feet is not being used to its full maximum, yeah? So you're using your root, that's fine, but you need to ground down further. Activate the earth star chakra, expand it out. So this is basically like your 4-foot wide platform that all your roots go through so that they can spread out into the network, tree roots and things like that. So yeah, do you need more grounding? You do need more grounding for sure. So if there's any fear or anxiety or just feeling unsteady, you're banging into things, bumping into things are just off. You've got to be grounding down much, much further. So anchor down into the core of the planet and call up that crystalline energy, yeah? And that'll make you feel better. But your chakras are the same. But don't forget, our chakras go all the way back to source. You just need to activate and make sure they're aligned. But once you activate the earth star properly, it brings everything into alignment. Yeah, it really does. So that'll go all the way up to like 36 and beyond, yeah?
Wow, I love that. I'm just seeing if there's any other questions. If anybody has any other questions for Julia or wants a reading, you can put your question in the chat now. You don't need to donate. You can just
ask me anything.
Yeah.
I can't promise you'll get a good answer. You can ask me absolutely anything.
Could you do ask about my business or my targeting and stuff like that? See what comes up.
Well, didn't the last guest say that you had trackers and things like that?
She said I had trackers and implants. She said she took them out. I feel a lot better.
Yeah, she definitely took them out. So yeah, you are still targeted, of course, because there's a big, basically so I'm in this TIRAP program, this targeted individual research advanced program, right? It's likely you're in the TIRAP program as well. So you're a big deal and you forget how much of a deal you are. You really are a big deal. So there's going to be multiple targeting programs. You're going to have multiple handlers. Different factions will be targeting you. That's just the way it is. And so they're hitting your finances. It's anything else being hit? Yeah, they're hitting your health. They're not hitting your connections to others for some reason. So your heart chakra is really strong. They're getting your mind. Yeah, and they're just in your mind. So let's just see. Let's have a Lemurian.
I wish things would start going good for me,
Okay. So we got the air energy coming in with a paradigm shift. So this is Lemurian energy. And it says, this is a time of tremendous change. And the speed of our evolution is increasing exponentially. We can build energetic sovereignty, inspire others, connect dots, and receive and share the knowledge and tools needed for transformation. As we wake up, we can't help but awaken those around us. So you are a major activator. And Deb Purcell said there's so many good opportunities coming your way recently. She said that. So you just need to be open to the possibility, Rob, and you need to say to the universe, okay, well, what else is possible? Show me, and just know it. Yeah, you are actually one of the most powerful psychic people I've ever come across. And I know you don't believe it, but you were in my head for like 3 hours one day. when I tried to connect to you personally to do a healing, and you connected back to me subconsciously, and it took 3 hours for me to push you out of my head. That's how powerful you are. You're one of the most powerful psionics in the community. Yeah, you've just forgotten. You really are. You could Sean Bond and run for his money if you woke up properly right now. Because Sean Bond has got really high authority, but I reckon you're going to be right up there. So before I started working with Sean Bond, none of my SSP was coming forward. He was the only person that accessed that. And as soon as he did, because of his level of authority, suddenly everybody else could see it. But before Sean Bond, it was hidden. It was cloaked. It was camouflage. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're equally as powerful.
Wow. This one's from the Natural Sentient. Thank you. That was amazing, by the way. This one's from the Natural Sentient, and she says, "Hi, Julia. Any message from me?" She says, "Thanks a lot."
Hi, Slavka. So Slavka did a great interview on my podcast, and she did lovely readings.
That's amazing. I'm getting on more shows.
Yeah, you need to get her back on. Maybe she's available this month.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I have to have her on. There's a lot of people I can contact. Yeah, I got to contact a lot of people tonight. If anybody's interested in doing a podcast, get a hold of me because I have to schedule a bunch of people for August, and I haven't done it yet because I was so busy in July. You know,
and if anybody's scared to come on Rob's podcast, please come on mine and we'll do it pre-recorded. Okay, so for
that's a good deal.
For Slavka, okay, I'm not sure what you've got going on, but what you've got going on well is unconscious projection. So somebody's trying to project onto you and you're not having any of it. Yeah, this is what you've been doing well lately. So you've been standing strong, you've been grounded, you've been in connection with your elemental energies, and you can see people are trying to get you to kind of take on their point of view, and you're like, no, not happening. This is who I am. What you need help with is stepping more into your power, more into your magic and alchemy. Yeah, this is what your guides are saying. So you're going through, it's not really a period of learning, but it is upgrades. It's definitely upgrades. Sorry, I was just trying to get a message there, but so it's not that you're learning anything new. You're just remembering, and they're giving you massive upgrades. So that's what's going to be happening in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So as you move forward for August, it's freedom and adventure, amazing freedom and adventure energy, definitely more travel or planning travel, researching, grid work or whatever it is definitely there for you. And hopefully you and I will get to connect in Europe at some point because I'd love that. Yeah. That
would be amazing. You guys could do a live show, you know?
Yeah. I really want to go to the pyramid in Bosnia, but I really want to go to Mexico as well for Sean Bond's Mexico trip in October.
I want to get that too. I told him I would help promote it, you know, like
Did you?
I really want to do that. Yeah.
Because it's 10 sacred sites in 14 days. And you know it's going to be massive activations with those two there. So I really want to do it. My friend is booked on and I really want to go. I might have to start saying, please help me.
Yeah, honestly,
I should be walking by then.
We need to go. We need to figure it out. Let's go. Like I figured it out with full disclosure now. We need to figure it out. It'd be cool if we get a bunch of us could go.
Yeah.
You know?
But we've got the December conference, hopefully, with Miles Johnson. Miles Johnson said that the venue's giving him a bit of trouble at the moment, so he might be changing the venue. He's not got a date confirmed yet. That's public. So, but hopefully he is planning to make it a full disclosure conference, and he is planning to have an SSP panel because I asked him.
Wow, that's amazing. That'll be cool. I'd like to come to that too. You know?
Yeah, and he was in Glastonbury when I was in Glastonbury, but I couldn't tie it up because I had priestess training. So but I'll hopefully connect with him next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a good one. This is from Selena, and you know Selena's really tapping into her abilities. She's
oh yeah, she's amazing. Reading. Yeah. Definitely Lemurian cards, I think, as well. Let's just get a Lemurian message. So, a Lemurian message for Selena. This is the card. And it says Crown Chakra, the unlimited self. So it says the Crown Chakra is your link to multidimensionality of your being, the seat of your soul. It gracefully connects you to the heavens. The infinity symbol of limitless appears with unfolding petals. delight in the divine strands of light that dance. So she's really expanding out and connecting into her higher guidance system, I think. So that's that. Let me just pull some Akashic. See what she's been doing well. Okay, so what you've been doing well is sharing divine love with everybody, and you are just a big bundle of love and joy, and I love that about you. Yeah, so this is what you're doing well, so just keep doing that. Your guides are coming in and saying they want to support you to become your authentic self. So there's no need for you to be worried or, you know, or have that self-doubt, because you are amazing. And your guides want you to know that you're really loved and protected. So just take a leap and step forward and do that thing that you've been dying to do, but you've been worried how people might perceive you. It's time to do that. Let me just get another card. Okay. So there's something about karmic relationships where there's somebody that's potentially deceiving you, not telling you the full truth. Can I please have a success anchor? Okay, yeah. So I'm basically being told, don't worry about whoever this other person is that's keeping things from you. Just focus on the joy, focus on the abundance and that loving energy. So if there's someone around you who's been a bit distant or quiet, they're keeping something to themselves, or they're not fully letting you in on the plan, but just know that you don't need to worry. Yeah, your guides just want you to stay in that beautiful, joyful energy. Okay?
Wow, that was amazing. Let me see. We did have a donation. It was from Tiffany, and then I'll go back to the regular order of people. I can put her up on the screen here.
Oh, I see Tiffany's question.
It's a serious question. She wants to know if you see her in any of the programs. I just saw it. It just went off like. Oh, here it is. Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
And thanks for donating, Tiffany. That was awesome. She says. She says. Yeah. That was her question. Basically, she said.
Okay.
Programs.
So I'm just going to try the experiencer cards. These are not my favorite cards. These are Misha Johnson's cards, and you usually use a pendulum chart with these cards because the readings, not everybody's ready for these cards basically. Sometimes, I mean, she said to me, you take out the ones that, you know, that are a bit dark or whatever, but this is the kind of reader she wants to know if she's in the program. So please can we see if there's anything program related for Tiffany. Anything darker? Okay, let's just see what we get. But I really, if you want to know, I definitely recommend a session with Misha Johnson or Sean Bond or David Purcell. These guys really do have that information. Soma Arar is great as well. I work with Soma and I work with Christy Campbell. They're all great for kind of gathering that information. Okay, so first of all, what I'm getting is that you've got Palladian DNA and you've got Arcturian DNA. Okay, so that's amazing. So you're a natural healer because you've got it in your lineage. Okay, there is something in your timeline that you remember, and they want you to know this is a real, valid experience. You were visited, or whatever it was that you remember. It was true, it was real, and you know it was. Okay. Whether you remember it or not too sure. You are in the programs because you've flown an ET craft. I'm not getting what programs you are in because maybe you're not ready to know the details. You've flown craft. So your star family taking you up into the craft. Now, generally when we go on the craft, it's for like learning or healing or space school. You've flown. You're a pilot. Okay? So that's different. You've probably got your own ship. It's probably here somewhere. How cool is that? You have been visited by a Drago. Okay.
Wow.
That's all I've got for you. That's all I've got. I mean, I get everything. I get the Zeta Greys, I get the reptilians, and I get the mantids, the not the good ones. I get all the crap. So just know it could be that you have a lineage there that they're protecting you, or it could be that they're just sampling or whatever. Who knows? You do need to go deeper when you're ready. Okay? Or you might think, fuck it, I don't want to go deeper. I'm okay with that. But there's something there. But let's have a positive card to balance out the negative energies. So yeah, when you start to notice that things are really ringing true, that you're resonating with something, that you're kind of obsessing over something. Like for me on Rob's show, there are just some things. I've always been into time travel. I've always been into stargates. I've always been into ETs. But I had a bit of ridicule in my childhood at school when I talked about those things. So I put it off for a long time. But then watching people on the podcast, there's some that I resonate with a lot more than others. And then for me, the first one was Soma Ara. When I got a reading and it really resonated with Soma. So I got a private session with her. And straight away, we knew each other from Atlantis.
Wow.
And then when I went into her group, in the group was Brian Tseng. And I knew Brian. And I didn't know where from, but I know Brian from Atlantis, but also from Space School and also from the programs. So we know that now. And the same with Joshua Shapiro. When I saw him on the group, I just knew it was an instant soul connection. So there's going to be certain people in our community that you resonate with a lot. And then you're going to realize that, yes, it's because you're all the same flame family. You've been through the same things together. Like me and Drago have been through the same programs at the same time, the same augmentations. We were literally paired up because our DNA is such a similar match, yeah? So let me just pull a Lemurian card for you. Oh, 1 second. It's flown across the room. Oh, I can't walk. Oh. Here we go. It says internal explorer. So when we stop looking outside of ourselves and surrender to a soft inner focus, we have access to unlimited information and resources. So go deep within. Yeah, you know what's true. Just trust yourself, okay?
Yeah. I was looking for the next one. I can't find her. She's on Rumble. I can just give you her name. Maybe you could tap into her. She's and I'll take that one off the screen. It's Kathy25, and she just wants to know. She says, "Love these shows. Any message for me?" And it's Kathy25. I can't remember her name, and I know her name because she's.
Do I know Kathy? Did she come on here at all?
I think
I'm connected
her. Yeah.
To Kathy, Angela. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look and see what Kathy's been doing well.
She said Selena said you were spot on about her reading, by the way.
Oh, great.
Oh,
okay,
here's
Kathy.
Tap into her. Here's her avatar.
Oh, yeah, Kathy. Okay, yeah. So we got what you've been doing well lately is anchoring in cosmic healing. So you've been doing a lot of heart healing. Your chakras feel a lot more aligned than they did. And just naturally with your energy, with people that you talk to, you're sharing this with everybody around you. It's like you're just oozing this amazing healing energy. Wherever you go, you're lighting up the rooms. It's fantastic. So I love that for you. What your guides want to help you with is the shadow love, okay? Healing the heart. So it's time to do your shadow work. The guides are trying to get you ready to do your shadow work by giving you all that cosmic healing. So when we start to have a look into the dark side of us, it's mainly love work that we're doing, letting our body know that it is appreciated and you're grateful, and that when we look into the dark side of you, we start to see all these diamonds in the dark, and these are your special skills, things that you've developed over time, things that maybe other people told you were wrong or bad or you were not good enough or whatever, and you've turned that into a special skill, a diamond in the dark, right? So we go into the darker side of us. You can do that through your Akashic Record Cosmic Library. We do that all the time in my groups. And we go into our Akashic Library with a purpose, with an intention, and we go in to receive healing, to see the darker side of us, because that's a part of you that's been protecting you, it's been healing you. There's a lot of information held in the shadow self. Yeah, so it's time to do your shadow work. You've got a lot of support doing that, because as you move forward, it's spiritual connection that's coming out for you. Your guides are ready. They're ready to help you do the shadow work. They're going to rebuild your solar plexus, courage and confidence. Your psionic abilities are coming online. A lot of information coming forward for you, and it's going to be a really exciting time. It's not going to be easy. Shadow work is obviously not easy, but when we do it from a light perspective, calling in white Tara, ooh, amazing. calling in Grandmother Spider Woman is another one that I work with for shadow work, and she weaves the web of the universe. Yeah, it's amazing work. So they're the two guides that I generally work with, and Guan Yin, Goddess of Compassion and Mercy. And on my Anchorhaven groups, which we do 3 times a week, the Saturday group is all about Akashic Record work. So we go in to do the shadow self, and we anchor in the shadow self. We bring those gifts forward into the now. Yeah, so it's like acknowledging that you're so powerful in the dark. You've got all these diamonds, all this treasure, and you're going to bring it forward into the light. Yeah?
You're amazing. You're really good at reading. You're really good at like tapping into people. I mean, this is really cool. And this one's from Rosie Elise. I got to meet Rosie at the conference. She's an amazing person. She says, hi, Julia. Can you do a quick read for me? What's going on? Not sure about questions.
What's she holding in that picture?
I can't see. It's not showing me the picture on my screen because some stuff comes out. She's I know she has a motor. Like she travels across the country. And goes
awesome! I did campervan Australia for a while.
Yeah.
So that's when Puck Elf comes on and we talk about things like that. Okay. So what you're doing well. This is really weird. Because what you're doing well is what you need help with. Okay. So you have the ability to move into financial freedom, but you're not letting yourself. So I've got money fears and I've got self-sabotage. So this is coming in as your superpower, is to be financially abundant and to use your solar plexus to just generate whatever you want, to be unlimited. This is your superpower. And your guides want to praise you for all the good work you've been doing. But they also want to help you stop the self-sabotage, okay? So you're second-guessing yourself, maybe procrastinating, or if it's financial, maybe you're paying things at the wrong time or putting money in the wrong place. Your guide's coming forward to help you with this, okay? As you move forward, we've got the money fears card. So there's something that you're worried about. Might not be money, but it's fear. So I'm just going to see if there's something I can replace that with. I'm going to have to ask your guides to do the work. Okay. So it's vision and ambition. So the reason that you're worried about money or other fears are coming in is because you're not being crystal clear about what you want to do next. Now, August is a fantastic month. This new moon and everything, fantastic time for you to start this course correction and start planning what you want to do for the next 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. Let's get a plan in place. And it could be whatever it is, you write it down and you just say to the universe, okay, I want this or something even better. Yeah, and then just write that down. I want this or something even better, because we don't know exactly what's there for us. We don't know the best of the best, but the universe knows. Your guides know, your higher self, your aspects, they know, because they've got that different perspective. So we're going to just open up your energy field right now and ask what else is possible for you. How does it get any better than this? And focus on your vision and ambition as you move forward, okay? You got this.
I love that. That was amazing. Well, maybe we can do one more. Yeah, because maybe a couple, 2 more. This is Theron, and Theron wants to know. He says, "Does he have a handler?" He has a handler.
Sorry, I've got everyone worried about handlers now. When we talk about handlers, we talk about healing the handler, sending love out to the handler, and it frustrates the hell out of them because I've done it. So Brian said to me, just send healing, talk to them, whatever. So one day I was standing at the bus stop and I say, okay, do I have a handler? My mind said yes. And I said, thank you for watching over me. I really appreciate it. I know it's your job to watch me 24/7, and I love you. And I love you so much. And then the little voice in my head was going, no, stop it. It's not meant to be that way. So we heal the handler, okay? So Theron, does Theron have a handler? Not right now. I'm getting a no, not right now. Or maybe it's camouflage. I don't know, but it's not coming forward that you have. So unfortunately, you've got to take responsibility for your life right now. So is there information available for me? Okay, I might not have authority to access your information, which says a lot, actually, if I don't have authority, because I'm quite up there in the record-keeping world. So let me just pull a card for you and see what we're getting here. So I know when I asked, am I allowed to know? I got no. Okay. Okay, so there is a level of deception and betrayal that's in your energetic field right now. So it might not be a handler, but there is somebody working against you a little bit. But see in the card, I don't know if you can see, she's holding the key behind her back. So only you know your true power, your true abilities. Only you know. Yeah, so you've got the ability to take control of whatever situation you're in right now. Now, your guides want to help you with your purpose and mission. So again, getting crystal clear, but knowing with this card that whatever way you choose to move forward, the goal will be the same. You will get to where you need to be when you need to be there. So don't worry. So not everybody's working against us, but once we're focused and determined, you're going to make it happen, whatever you want to do. And as you move forward, you're moving into soul alignment. Okay, so whether you do or do not have a handler, do not let it stop you. We are not victims. We might be targeted individuals, but we are not victims. We are strong, powerful light warriors, okay? And we are moving into soul alignment. Love wins, light wins, okay? Team light, okay?
I love that. I really do. Yeah. Let's see if there's one more, because well, I guess we could do one more from the Andromeda, and he's asked a lot of questions.
Andromeda, you're killing me.
He says he'd love to know if he could be programs or galactic programs.
Ah, that's interesting. Just gonna ask my pendulum. I'm getting a yes on galactic programs, but hold on, better question. Okay, you are on a galactic alliance, some kind of council. You've probably heard that before. Does he have? So you're not a record keeper like me. I'm getting a shake on this. I'm not allowed to know who you are galactically. So you must be somebody of great importance. Because I literally anchor memory for the galaxy. That's what I do. That's part of my jobs. That's what David Starr was doing the other day. He was anchoring in information from my energetic field that was about people's prime planets, their consciousness. So, but I don't have full access to all of my abilities and awareness. So is he in programs on planet? So you are in programs on planet, and when I say you, I mean aspects of you, different versions of you, using your consciousness. So you may not be aware of it. Another question's just come forward. I'm getting a yes on 20 and back, so there's definitely a super soldier aspect of you, and you are on tour, and you could be on tour now. I'm just going to ask a question and see what cards come in. And, take what resonates with you. I know you have really strong discernment, and you don't listen to anybody, so. Yeah, I've got joint SSP coming forward. So you're in multiple SSP programs, multiple factions. It says here you've been used in the Joint Secret Space Program is how she words it. But that means there's different versions of you. Is there anything else that we can know for Andromedan, please? Okay, so you there's tall whites coming in for you. It says you've had encounters with tall whites. Okay, and there is MK Ultra. It says you may be a survivor of MK Ultra. So this is like the Monarch, the Project Phoenix, or other programs. So that is there in your timeline. So that's showing up. So I would recommend having a session with somebody who has more information and can channel that kind of thing. I'm just going to sizzle one more, please. Yeah, it's the Monarch. I literally just pulled the Monarch card. Okay, so Monarch, all those programs are still ongoing. They're still ongoing because they're time travel programs. Yeah, so there's versions of you in other realms of existence that are time travel and things like that. The people in these programs, it's because of our DNA. Yeah, our DNA lineage is the information that we hold. It's our psionic abilities. That's why they've chosen us to do those things. One more. Okay, so you have a starseed mission. Starseed mission. So it says your mission is to raise consciousness and heal and save the planet. Now, we've been telling you that for about a year. You've got a mission. Get focused. Stop trying to get off the planet. So, light warriors, it's time to really stand up and say, okay, I'm going to lead in my community. I'm doing the work. I'm healing my heart. I know that when I do that, my heart resonance is going to vibrate out into my community. Yeah, in my astral, and in the astral, I'm doing lots of work at nighttime. So it's likely in the nighttime, that's when you do your most warrior work. Yeah. So just accept it. This is what you're here to do. If it feels right, accept it. Okay. Andromedan, I love you. Sorry to be hard on you. Please don't hate me.
That was great. This was great, Julia. Like I love this. I thought this was amazing. Everybody said awesome readings, and everybody loved it.
You literally didn't say hello to me for like 3 weeks. And every day,
he's different. You know, he's
I
like him.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, a really cool guy. Yeah. Oh, girl.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So, do you want to promote anything, or do you want to tell people where you're going to be up to? So, anything coming up or anything like that?
At the moment, I'm not doing hands-on healing, but I am doing my Violet Flame courses. So my Violet Flame Reiki course, you can actually start at any time. It's an advanced Reiki course with 40 sacred symbols, working with multiple Violet Flame patrons. This month, I'm going to be doing some Violet Flame Chakra awakening. So I have an additional energy center that sits between my third eye and my brow. This was a gift from Saint Germain. So I can activate this energy center, which is a multidimensional portal, a gateway that allows you to access the violet flame in all realms of existence. It becomes the many flames, the rescue flames. So this is like an afternoon course. I'm going to change the dates on what I've got advertised, but I'm going to do it in 2 sessions, like so 2 Sunday afternoons or whatever. And it's a lovely course. We work with mantras, hand mudras, and a sacred symbol. But you get actually a work partner. So when I got my work partner, it gave me focus. I know I'm meant to do the dark light work. That's something I'm meant to be doing. I had to get rid of all my fear, which I'm still working on. But you get a focus. You might find out that you're a spiritual healer, or you're a physical healer, or whatever. So it's a lovely, lovely course. It's called Awakening the Violet Flame Chakra and Rescue Flame Healing. I'm also working on a new course that's coming in. So my violet flame is transforming into a sapphire violet flame, and this is the Arcturian influence coming in. So I'm embracing my Arcturian aspect, and David Starr was talking about my Arcturian aspect the other day. But the flame is changing. So rather than being a flame of compassion and transformation, the way I usually work, it's becoming in with this sapphire starlight from Arcturus is merging into my violet flame. So this is a new Arcturian healing ability that I'm going to be creating into a course so that I can share with others, hopefully by end of August, September. Yeah, so look out for that one. So I do lots of upgrades and things like that. I'm having a little bit of a pause. So I've cancelled one retreat. But what Soma and Aurora and I have done is we've moved our island retreat, because I'm not mobile, because I can't walk physically right now. We've moved our island retreat to an online retreat on the 31st of August. And it's a full day retreat. It's going to be on Zoom, and it's called Atlantis Awakening. So we're going to be anchoring in Atlantean light codes into your body. She's going to be doing live channelings from Ashtar Command, from Jesus and Merlin and things like that. I'm going to be opening up a dragon portal to connect you with a dragon partner, to recall your dragon rider aspect. Yeah, because we're all connected to dragons. And it's going to be a lovely day of healing and meditations and activations and questions and answers as well. So that's the 31st of August. So we're going to be on UK Irish time. But so it's 11 a.m. start probably, which is like 6 a.m. Eastern. But it's going to be for 6 hours, roughly about 6 hours, with live channelings. You'll get personal messages and things like that. Hopefully, is what we're planning. So we've got an early bird offer right now, so you're going to see me promoting that a lot more now as well.
Wow, that sounds amazing. That sounds really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So Soma, Aurora, and I, we're both priestesses of Atlantis and Lemuria, so it's going to be, and we're both shamans, so it's going to be quite a powerful day. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming on, Julia, especially short notice, and I got to schedule people for August. I'm going to do that now, guys. And then I have one more show tonight. It's at 7 o'clock. It's on Nicole's channel, but I think I'm going to stream it to mine too. I'm not sure.
Well, so. I mean, the Wizard and I will be back on next week, and we're going to be doing live readings and healings, but we're going to be on the 8-8 portal, which is a massive gateway. So the theme is harmonize your heart. We're going to do course corrections to get you back on track for the most abundant August of your life, basically, is what I'm planning.
Wait.
And Phil will be doing all the healing, and I'll be doing readings and
What
anchoring
day is
energies.
that? Are we doing that? Is it the 8th?
It's Friday. Yeah, the 8th.
What time? I'll just write it down.
You said 5 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. I didn't, for some reason, I didn't write it down.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me.
I see the wizard in the chat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just like, I gotta, I don't have.
He's in the chat. He's never in the chat. I just
yeah, that's awesome. So he knows then. Okay.
Yeah, he knows. He knows now. So,
open to suggestions. Yeah, you can email me at typicalskeptic1@gmail.com if there's someone you want to see on the show, and I'll try to get them,
And my little Mystical Wellness podcast is looking for guests for August as well. So you can either do it one-to-one with me, or you can come on my ladies group, which is like 3 p.m. Eastern. And I do that on a Monday and a Wednesday, and you have like a closed studio audience. And we generally talk about wellness and readings and things like that.
That's awesome.
Hi, Phil Barrow.
Thank you, Julia. And good to see you, Phil. And we'll be seeing you guys on the 8th. And this is amazing. And thank you. And thanks, everybody.